Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Hello.
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 I'm doing my onster. Hello.
Hello. I can't do an onster.
Hello. Hello. I can't get
do
the,
an
I
onster.
can't
We
get
need
the,
onster on here.
I can't get the wispy. Oh, pub sub is
Where's
errored.
onster?
Reconnect.
We need an onster. Hold on, let me get. Maybe onster is here. Let me get up the Twitch chat so I can see properly.
Hello.
Hello.
Onster's there.
Onster's there. We need an onster. We're no good. There we go. Hi guys, I'm really tired. So excuse me if I'm like not super high energy today. I'm just really tired.
I might still be a little bit. No, I think
A little bit buzzed from
a
your ciders last night.
little, yeah.
We were up super late trying to finish some promotion stuff for Girl in the Glim. So we were doing it yesterday daytime, and I was like, okay, we can finish this before like 8 or something, right? So long as we're not still doing this at like 11. And Doig was like, yeah, sure, of course we can. We both walked in with like the most confidence in doing this stuff. 1 a.m. We're still sat there at the computer, like trying to get the last little finishing touches on. And at that point, we're like, okay, we deserve to celebrate and relax a little bit. It may be like 1:30 a.m. right now, but we just finished. We should watch something together. So we put on the TV. We have some ice cream. We both just pass out completely. And
I drank 2 ciders before passing out.
Sure did. And then I woke up today, and I'm still tired. I'm still tired.
I woke up at 7:30. Pretty good.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Weirdly, but that might be just because I was like, huh, I'm still drunk. Let's go.
Do you want to show people what we put together?
Sure. Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we put together like 3 assembled clips that we're going to put out on social medias from today and going forward. One of them is actually out on IDW's on IDW's Twitter. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that in a bit. And yeah, so we're going to put out these 3, and they're like assembled cuts and composited shots from all of the animated shots from the trailer. So the storyboarding for the trailer was by Swifty, a lot of the tie-downs by Swifty, and then animations by our friends Ula and Habo. Martina, thank you.
Yep, with color scripts by Onster, and backgrounds by Mike himself.
Moi compositing by some random green bear that wandered in.
Bear that came in and just sat at the computer and started working. We were like, okay, we're gonna say no.
Gotta say, one of my new favorite things I've discovered about compositing is this thing called diffusion. It is the greatest. It's like glow, but subtler.
People are calling you out for getting tipsy off 2 cans of cider. Listen, we're lightweight. We don't often drink cider. We have it like twice a year. Okay.
Okay, it has to be said though that I got a good buzz going. I wasn't crunk or anything, but I was thingy. But I did drink
immediately
both of them.
Pass out.
I did drink both of them in the space of like 20 to 25 minutes.
You were like, I got a good buzz going, and then I look over 2 minutes later and you're just asleep.
I was comfy. It was like 2 a.m. I was comfy. It was full of Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, it was like
ice cream, and
it was like 3 a.m. by that point, or 4 a.m. or something.
Really?
Yeah.
No, really?
Something like that. When I went to bed, it was like 4.
You're not lightweight. You're cost efficient. Yeah. Who wants to take like 8-9 beers before you get a good thing going?
We buy a 4-pack and we're good. That's us for the night. But like both of us, that's done. 2 each. Perfect.
Well, what were we? We were watching The Vampire's Assistant. And
it was so weird.
What do you want to watch? I was like, something dumb and something fun. And like the first thing that came up was The Vampire's Assistant. That movie could be described as something fun and dumb a little bit.
It definitely could be. It's really weird.
We didn't get
it's so weird.
very far, but the editing style and the kind of acting style and the writing
Listen.
style was.
The writing was really odd. It was like it got from point A to point B, and then it was not interested in exploring any of the consequences or diving into any of the character stuff to do with those, only just selling the plot points and then moving immediately on to the next thing.
I mean, we're still in Act 1, so maybe that stuff from that will come back.
Like,
Pretty sure those people from this show will come back.
Like, a character's best friend basically dies, and you don't even get to see a reaction from him. You just cut immediately to the dude walking into the next scene.
Yeah,
like
but
nothing happened.
His reaction was to go ask for help. You can't say that wasn't a reaction. But yeah, there was no like,
but
like,
he just
oh my
walks
god,
in.
my friend.
He's not even upset looking though. He's just like, he's all business. he's so all business.
Hey, vampire.
And the entire thing is weirdly toned like that. But there's some hilarious bits. I don't know if they're meant to be hilarious because it's not consistent enough in how funny it is for me to know if it's like getting lucky or if I'm laughing at what he's trying to do. Like, there's a bit where there's two vampires fighting, and because they're meant to be really fast, they've just sped up the footage of them fighting.
Oh, I missed
all over
that.
a graveyard.
I missed
and they're
that
like
completely.
pinging. It's like a top-down view of the graveyard, and they're pinging around like they're in a pinball machine.
That has to be
It's
intentionally
amazing.
funny.
It's amazing. There's some really funny stuff in there.
Hang on to me, we're going to flit was so reminiscent of Hang On Tight, Spider Monkey. In my drunk stupor and my buzzed face.
I think they must have been referencing it because it is another vampire
It's
movie.
older.
It is. Wait. It is older.
I think it's older.
Wait, it's 2009. That's not older than Twilight. Is it? How old is that?
How old is Twilight?
Yeah, it's really fun. I recommend watching it probably with friends as well.
Do you think they added that scene as a like, haha, this is funny.
Yeah.
This is Twilight.
It's one of those films also back when they felt like they could do credits at the beginning. So there's like a really, really long intro sequence. It's pretty dope as well. It's got animation and stuff in it.
How old is Twilight?
But yeah, I think we're like, how far in are we? Like half an hour, 40 minutes so far?
How old is Twilight?
I don't know.
How old?
I don't.
How old are we? Have we been living with Twilight for like
I don't know.
15 years? What?
Yeah,
2008. Twilight came out in 2008.
Okay, it came out the year before.
Do you know for sure that Vampire's Assistant was 2009?
Yeah, it was 2009. It could still have been being made though, as Twilight was being made. Was out. Like, but maybe it was a reference.
There's teens now who were born when
After
the Twilight was that. Wait, was the Twilight books were 2005, dude?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe it. A whole Bella could be grown in the time since the books were.
That's so weird. That's such a weird sounding thing to say.
The whole Bella could go from conception to toddler to full on ready to date vampires.
It's Noir Punk. Hey Noir Punk.
Hey Noir Punk.
Welcome, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a Glim Day. It was Glim Day yesterday. It's extra Glim Day today.
Glim Day, Glim Week. We after the stream we were kind of like we were a little bit like, oh, we haven't really done all that much.
And we have to work all day.
And we have to get these trailer things out all day. So I pitched the idea that maybe we could spend this Saturday when people would be off work and we would be off work to really do something.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday about maybe doing a book launch, and we decided we want to do it this weekend. So Saturday, let's do a book launch together. We'll do some games, we'll play some stuff, we'll doodle some stuff, we'll just hang out.
Right.
We'll make a day of it. And that way Doig and I have time to like prepare some little somethings. And we don't feel rushed and we don't feel stressed about it as much. Because doing it yesterday was like, oh, we have so much to do today. But we also feel like we should do something because it's the day of release. So I think Saturday is a really good bet. We'll just shift it over a little bit, a few days.
Yeah. Swifty made a really cool TikTok And then a really nice series of Twitter posts.
I tried to book talk, guys. I watched a video on how to do it, and I tried to do it, and I made the first mistake, which is TikTok only lets you flip your footage before you film it. So I filmed the footage, and all the text on the book is backwards.
That's okay. That's okay.
So I tried, though. I tried. A little something, because like you might have. I don't know if you have any idea what it is, but it's a surprise.
I want to make a graphic novel myself. Do you have any tips on starting a book?
Mm-hmm. You sounded like you were going to say something, so I stopped to give you the space.
Our advice is work your way up to it. So start with a 1-page story, start with a 2-page story, start with a 4-page story, start with an 8-page story, start with maybe like 24, then an issue. And then I think once you've done an issue, you probably be maybe a couple of issues, you'd be ready. We didn't do that. But
yeah,
I
mean, the main thing is just go for it. Just believe in yourself and believe in your idea and go for it. And, just have fun and try not to put too much pressure on it. Self-publishing is definitely an option if you have enough money to be able to publish the book yourself. It does require a little bit of investment up front.
Yeah, so we had to put in like almost 2,000 of our own monies when we were self-publishing. 1,000
for the print and 1,000 to get it lettered.
And that doesn't even, like, we just made the kind of color and the art and the writing and everything ourselves.
Yeah,
so
we didn't pay ourselves for the work we put into doing it, you know. But yeah, I'd say just go for it. Don't be afraid. And if you're nervous, maybe try making a very small thing first, just like 8 pages or something. That's what Doug and I did. We did like a little 8-page book together first, and then we did Glim, which like went from 8 to like
50
multi-book series. But yeah, in terms of the work process, the way I tend to work, I think the way most people work in comics is they write a script first, and then after the scripts they do the thumbnails, then they do the pencils and the inks. I tend to just go straight to thumbnailing, and then I work out the script afterwards based on where I feel like text needs to be.
Yeah, you work out the narrative, I think, in kind of like bullet points, notes, diagrams, all the stamps, and then you're able to thumbnail out pages. Like when you're approaching a page, it's probably a good idea to have like what's the idea of the page, like what needs to happen, so that you can structure around that.
Remember your page turns.
I remember your page turns.
Says, "Woo! Remember your page turns." And that's it. Basically, our only advice really is just to do it. Everybody works differently, so don't worry about doing it like right or wrong. Just worry about doing it at all. It's hard enough just doing it at all. So just embrace your own work technique and your own flow.
We would also recommend not doing it in a sense where you like start page 1 and then you make all of it and then start page 2. Work through in like
do the bits you're most excited about first. That's what I recommend, because the most important parts to you are the parts you don't want to have to compromise on. So once you have the most important parts down the way you want them, you can get all the connective tissue between the parts.
But yeah, like work out the whole story, then work out the thumbnails for each of them, and then do the pencils for each of them, and then do the inks for each of them, and then do that way you can always take a step back.
You should show people what we made yesterday as well.
Let's see it. All right, okay.
Because it's going to affect potentially how you want to make comics in the future, right?
How will the trailer affect people do comics?
Because you're saying that maybe you might want to actually use After Effects to color pages.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. I like what you can do with After Effects. So it's over here.
Swifty and Doigles, still awake and not asleep, definitely awake.
Should I show it in order? 1, 2, and 3, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Toddley says, I've heard of people doing that. Have you? I guess we know why now. So yeah, After Effects is what we use to composite usually when we make animations.
Let me just do a quick.
Toddley says, yeah, it's a bit of a joke. What's your favourite art program? And people say After Effects. Really? Man, we had no clue, but I can see why. You imagine it's a very small percent of people. I think it's just like Mike. I mean, you can talk about this, Mike, but he found some things on there that get the kind of feel he's going for. Which he feels like he'd be able to apply to the pages much easier than having to do it by hand. Oh! Whoa!
Oh, sharp balloons! Just in time.
Sharp balloons! Hey, sharp balloons! Welcome! Pump you up! Amazing.
Pump you up. Pump
you up.
Pump you up. Yeah, pump. Big balloon. Big bomb and big balloon. I'm gonna defeat you. Oh, I've been sent. We've been sent. We've both been sent.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm back by my chair. Or at least I thought I was.
Yeah. Get defeated.
What? Hey, welcome.
Hello.
How was your stream? What were you making today? If you want to post any pictures, then feel free to.
Ryoki, currently raiders, they fire the cannons automatically, but in the future we're gonna make it more of a like raiders can do cool stuff.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Sorry, I'm petting a cat now, so I don't have any hands free anymore. Kuma came over to say hello.
Cool
and
stuff.
I want
once we've done a lot of the graphic novel promotion stuff, I wanted to get back to working on the overlay.
Yes. Good call.
Yeah, welcome in. Come on over before you all like filter out and everything. Check
this out.
Check
A
this
graphic novel released yesterday. You can buy it now. It's called The Girl and the Glim.
It looks like this.
And we made some little trailers for it with the help of our friends. So these are just excerpts from the full trailer, which isn't done yet, but we popped some stuff together to try and do good. Try and figure out how to market ourselves.
Yeah, so check this out. No, don't cover the screen.
So that's teaser 1. Hold on, pause it for a sec. So in that teaser 1, Ula did the first shot. That was Ula animation and tie down with Doig on backgrounds, and then the second shot was me in animation with Doig on backgrounds.
Yeah. Cool stuff. Super cool. And then we got clip 2, which is Ula animation.
Sorry guys.
Then Martina animation. Then
Kuma was bumping into my mic.
And
so that one. Did you already say?
Yeah.
I was distracted by Kuma, sorry.
That's cool.
He's stomping about across my desk and he keeps bumping into the microphone, so sorry if you guys are hearing weird sounds.
And then you see this glow behind the glums and everything? That's diffusion, and I fucking love it now. You ready?
Yeah.
This first shot was rough animations by Habo, Anima Tunings, Tie Down S50.
Background by you.
Animated shadows by Kurzek. BG
Yes.
by me. Color design by Onsta Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's go.
And then the last 2 shots are just from like a year ago. I did them.
Let's go.
So there you go. Those are the 3 little teasers we put up.
Let them roll.
Do you want to mute them?
No.
Okay.
The music's by Embolto.
Oh yeah, the music. But you need to shout out the musician. The musician is Embolto, who's an awesome dude. He actually is the same person who arranged the Grumps Variations collaboration. If you guys ever saw that, the one where Aaron and Dan are both playing music. We did a part for it. Well, he's the person who arranged that. And he's been kind enough to arrange the music for these clips for us. Like, for a very, 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 very low price. Which was super kind of him. So he's incredibly, like, skilled and awesome. Yeah. You feel bad for not knowing that till now. I probably should have mentioned it earlier. I keep forgetting to connect, because I know a lot of people here know the Grumps Variations. I keep forgetting to connect him to that, but that was his project. He's the one who arranged that entire thing. Not only did he arrange the music, he was the one who organized the entire project. He essentially created the project and called out for people to help him make it.
Look, I put our logo on it.
Totally. Good driving home. Good driving home.
I put our logo on it.
I love our little logo, Doig.
Look at the
Little logo is designed by Doig.
Little
I love
logo.
it.
Little logo.
Little logo.
Little logo.
Little logo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we were up last night doing. It was basically just getting the finishing touches on the After Effects clips, like making sure they all had the right stuff on them. Then we had to make this end screen. Then we had to put all the quotes on. Then we had to put the music over the top.
Parkour, dude.
Michael Muto says, "Little logo.
Little logo.
Little logo."
I backflipped.
You know what you need? Logo stickers. I hadn't even thought of doing logo stickers. That's a good idea. It's a very good idea.
I'm getting better.
That was amazing.
All right. I time it.
Is it? Hold on. Parkour. Is it to do with which way you're facing?
Yeah, I think so.
Which way you're fussing?
All right, music back. Get the music back. Music back. La dee da.
Music back. Music back. But yeah, so that was our day yesterday, was mostly trying to get that stuff finished. How are you guys? Oh, I did a TikTok. I tried to be good at posting yesterday, but I still didn't manage to post anything till like 11 p.m. because I'm just terrible at social media. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, how are you guys doing?
I'm vibing.
Not you, Doig.
I'm vibing.
People in chat.
I'm vibing. A lot of people are getting their books.
Yeah, they are.
Showing us. You know what? Getting the books is one level, but seeing it in the hands of friends is a whole other one.
Yeah, it's true. Like, JJ posted the picture the other day, and it was just so bizarre seeing like JJ holding it in America. We were just like, oh my gosh, this is such a weird feeling. I love it. Yeah. Oh, Pilkey says, so when can we post these videos all over our Twitters? So IDW has already tweeted out one of them. So if you guys want to retweet that, that'd be amazing. I think Doig and I are also going to post them to our own socials.
Yeah,
just because we want to make sure that we credit everyone who worked on them as well. Which, and I think IDW just wants to post for clips as is. So we want to post them on our stuff too, so we can tag everyone in. Waterstone's not getting it till the 14th. Man, Amazon's also not getting it till the 14th. I wonder why. I think IDW maybe changed where they were holding their shipments, changed the building, and it's meant delays for the book coming out, which is like perfect timing to change your building there, IDW. Do it just before the release. It could also just be, it might just be COVID shipping and stuff, because things are very weird right now. A lot of postal services delayed, so who's to say? A Dutch online store also set their date to the 14th. I'm assuming all these shops with their dates set to the 14th are probably getting it from the same place, right? It's probably to do with IDW's delays. Oh, thank you, Kurzak. Kurzak's popped the tweet from IDW into the chat, in case people want it. Yeah.
I will also like and retweet that tweet.
Do it. Do it. It looks good for us if it does well, so do it.
Oh, Thor says it's a fantastic read. You guys are awesome.
Oh.
Thanks, Thor.
Thanks, Thor.
Thor from Pirate Software.
Yeah. You know, we raid those guys all the time. You know, Thor.
You know, Thor.
Heavy emotive. Alex says, I got a call today. My frames are on back order and has finally shipped. Okay, awesome. I hope they come soon. That guy. Yeah, Philly's great.
This guy.
That guy.
This guy.
That guy. So I'm going to ask chat again because we keep getting distracted. How are you? How's it going? How's your day? What are you up to?
I don't. And while the answer, I don't know what I'm up to now.
What are you doing, Doig?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
We did all the things. I don't know.
I guess. I think I'm going to take it easy this morning. Whatever I do, it's going to be something which is taking it easy after yesterday night. Plus, yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to do. I guess we could actually set up a lenticular print using the stuff you already have. Kitten stream. I mean, we could do a kitten stream.
Can we not do the lenticular print just yet?
Yes.
Because I don't know how to set that up, and it feels like it's a lot of thinking. Thank you. I'm excited for it though, but it just feels like it's a lot of like, what are the layers though? How do you set them up? I don't know. Research.
Ula says, you missed my important Chromel. It's super important. So important. Okay, we'll find it. Can you ask how we control the little characters? Yes, you can. Ooh. It's over here. So we control them using Xbox controllers. And then the mouth stuff is automated. Ula woke up. I'm really glad we got that. That was super important.
Congratulations, Ula.
Oh, I dropped it.
No, it got tidied.
Oh.
It got moderated out of your hands, dude.
It was important. I'm glad that we caught it, Ula. Thank you. We need to. Yeah, we need. Oh, you could make stream jelly kittens.
I could.
You could make Kuma and Sparrow.
I could, and I could put Kawa's model and stuff maybe in.
We should also get up Wombo Art, that image generation program that I keep seeing people using on Twitter, and type in Doig and Swift and see what happens.
Doesn't that take ages to render?
Oh, does it?
Doesn't it?
Oh, okay.
Or is it
mind.
fast?
I thought it was fast. What kind of flavor are Kuma and Sparrow? Like cream soda.
Don't you have to like sign up for that?
I don't know. Does anyone have a Wombo Art account here that you can type Doig and Swift into and see what happens? Does the internet recognize us?
Start creating. Oh no! Look, I can just do it.
Oh heck yeah! Enter the prompt.
Hang on, let's see.
Pilkey says, that's a point. Doig, how do you get the controller input into Unity when you're working in another app? Is that a Windows thing or a Unity thing?
It's a Unity thing. You have to specify that in one of the initialization code setups. I'll put that in the tutorial.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, it's a very good point because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what context. Wow, that's actually super important. It's not even in the tutorial.
Does that need to be in video 1?
That needs to be in video 1, I think.
Okay, we'll just do a little excerpt that we insert in. Where you're like, oh, by the way, forgot to say, but this is important.
Doig and Swift.
Us recording the tutorials has been ridiculous, by the way.
What art style do you want?
What did we get? Radioactive, love, Ghibli. Yeah, put Ghibli.
Create.
Oh, what's it gonna make for us? Is it gonna know what we are? Or is it just gonna be like, who the heck? That's it. That's Doig and Swift. That seems wrong. Type in Keanu Reeves and see if it's broken. That's not how you spell his name. You've got too many Keanu Reeves. yeah. Let's have Keanu Reeves and let's make him do something. Keanu Reeves. Put Keanu Reeves gaming. Yeah. Keanu. This isn't working for us.
No.
This isn't working for us. How do people do the ones where they have like a set of 9 or something? Wood says, just FYI, if there's anything I can do to help with tutorials, I'd be happy to contribute. I've nearly learned the whole pipeline these last few months. That's awesome. If you like, then we could pass you through a invite to the Animata Discord. There's no one in there yet, but we're thinking Gwilym would probably invite in. And if you want to come in too, then we might post the tutorials there first to check them by people and see if you guys have any feedback.
Fuck, look.
What is it?
Wombo's
Mint is an NFT. Yeah. That's basically what Wombo was made for, was auto-generating art so that you can then just make NFTs out of it. Endless NFTs forever.
Goodbye.
Yeah? Okay, awesome. We can do that. Doig set it up. We just haven't invited anyone yet. We're probably going to have just a few people to begin with until we get the tutorials out.
It's going to have several tiers.
But you guys will be probably in the top tier.
No promises.
Just because we wanted a tier just for people to come and chat who are like just casually interested but maybe not making anything. Pilkey says, same, I finally got my 3D stream working on Monday, so I'm happy to give any feedback. Awesome! Pilkey, do you want in as well? Then we have 3 people. 3 people. It's the ultimate number. It's a tripod number, the most stable of all numbers.
Yeah, so what I was thinking of doing is making there's going to be 3 tiers. There's going to be like one for people who are curious, tutorial zone, general one. Then there's going to be a second tier of people who are making stuff that are like, you know, they get it. And then the upper tier, I think, will be for people that we can probably collaborate with on a more direct way, like people that we're properly working with.
Mm-hmm. Martina says, need an editor for the videos? Martina, that might actually be like super cool if you're up for it. I think a lot of the editing is going to be done by Mike directly just because a lot of it is us acting directly, but it does still need a lot of editing. So that might be really
Do you know
cool.
what, Martina? If you'd like, we can give you the footage or like the
We'll
outtakes.
give you the footage for one.
What I was thinking is if you want to make an outtakes video, that might be more fun for you than actually doing the tutorial one.
Yeah, we do actually have like the first video is ready to be cut together though. The first video is literally just this is what you're going to learn and this is what you'll need.
Outtakes, woo. You did so good on the Maytona highlights.
Ryokif says, when do we all make 3D streams and have a party in the same 3D space? Right? That's the next step. That's what we want to do next. Is we want to try and get multiplayer working.
That's the
goal.
That's the upper tier.
The only thing we've managed to do at the minute with it is we've kind of got it working through Parsec, but the issue is that the person who's hosting the meeting, which would be Doig, has to stay clicked into the window, or it stops letting anyone from outside of his computer put in controller inputs.
It also hoards your connection as well because you're having to stream multiple things at the same time.
Yeah, it's when you start streaming, it kind of chokes up. And if Doig tries to like do any art or anything instead of being clicked into the window, then no one can input controls anymore.
What's this? Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck's sake.
No! Fnac says Coromelling because I forgot the first time. I got my copy of Glim. It got a little damaged during shipping, but it adds character. Oh, I'm so sorry. Congrats again on Glim. I'm immediately in love with the world you've built, and I can't wait to keep doing awesome stuff. Thank you so much.
Look at the little doodle.
Oh my gosh. Really? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it's so cute. Thank you. I'm really sorry your copy got damaged. That sucks. Damn it. Damn it, shipping. Just be cool, shipping, okay? Be cool. If it was me shipping them, I'd wrap them in like you'd get a huge box full of like what's the pop-in plastic material? Bubble wrap. It would just be entirely full of bubble wrap with like the book suspended in the middle in a steel case. Ainoki says, I know a good tool for setting up multiplayer sessions through WebSocket. Does that sound like something that might work, Doig?
I'm not really sure. Like, Unity has its own networking stuff for like once you connected, kind of sending signals between the two, but matchmaking and stuff is a whole other thing. Like, what I would love to do is have it set up so that you could do it via Discord, like send an invite via Discord and people can join.
I feel like you should be able to do that. I feel like if Discord exposed some of its tools, you'd be able to do it. I think
it's totally possible.
Yeah, like for example, I was saying to Doig the other day, in Discord, I've seen people in group Discord calls on stream, and when someone talks, their portrait lights up, which means that like the connection from Discord to the stream, like the computer knows who is speaking, which means if you could just, instead of have a portrait light up, activate the mouth on a character, then you could have a Discord call full of multiple people and have each of them assigned to a character whose mouth opens when that person speaks.
Yeah.
Because the problem at the minute is that if we have a group of people on a Discord call, then Unity sees Discord as one audio source. So it doesn't matter who's speaking, they'll all come out the same character, whoever that, in air quotes, mic is assigned to, because it will think it's one audio source. Yeah. But we know that Discord has the tools to differentiate between people, so there's got to be a way to hook into that. Wood says as an extension you can get that handles that. It's a service I think they use for a website. So we want to try and see if we can hook into that to make it so that people can hop into a Discord call, maybe select a character before the stream, and then their mouth is hooked up to that when that Discord portrait goes, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could also embed SIP into the overlay. What's SIP? Hi, Digital Dak. How do you feel, Doig, about now that we have done the Glim marketing stuff. How do you feel about putting more of a focus on the tutorials?
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah, this feels like it, guys. I'm excited. We've got people to invite into the Discord. I feel like we can get some good stuff done this week to do with that, if you're up for it. Is Doig going to get to build a fighting game character select screen? I think he wants to do something like that.
Yeah, something similar.
So that before we start streaming, if we invite people into the overlay, they can be like, here are all the avatars we usually use for people. Like, we've got Onsters there, we've got like Patrick's there, we've got David's there, and then they can just select which one they are.
Yeah.
One thing that was like a side effect of having Patrick on here the couple of times we managed to get him on as a guest is that it's actually amazing how much your screen space shrinks when there's 3 of you. Like, we might actually have to make a few rooms bigger if we're going to invite more people on, because there's actually not that much room on the ship right now.
I made the room bigger, dude.
We might have to bolt on a few extensions.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Come and have a look.
Feather Compressor says, I'm a David. You did, but then half of it's blocked off by this invisible wall I can't get past.
I know, if I can make that bigger, but like I made the whole, like, see where the blue carpet is?
Uh-huh.
That's as big as it used to be.
Can you get rid of this invisible wall now? Can you just have it so the wall is where the wall is? So I can walk onto the forbidden carpet.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
All right. Guess I'm opening Unity then.
Woo! Yeah! Amazing. We can all go in the ball pit. It's true. We're not going to enlarge the ball pit though. We'll keep that the same size. So we'll just all have to cram in there. We should get an ultra wide Kiryu for the ball pit, so that there's no room for anyone. Wood says one thing I might try is getting people to set up the character on screen share with a keyboard colour background and just chroma key them into the OBS screen. That's a bit hacky. You could do that. I don't know whether that would be taxing on the computer to have to import a bunch of people like that. I know Onster used to do something like that. She still does.
That's what Barry kind of did with his door.
But yeah, I think that's what Onster does when Onster has a bunch of guests on her stream, right? You kind of have them send over their screen and then you key them out.
Yeah, I think so, using the PNG tuber one.
Mm-hmm. Wide man in ball pit, please. Yeah, so you could definitely do that. It's just you want them to be able to run around the environment properly, right? Like pick things up and throw them. Like, I want David to be able to punch through our wall.
Yeah. With
his flaming fists of fury. Ha. Ha. Ha.
Yeah, there's a couple of other questions that need to be answered as well, which is kind of having a way of sharing characters, because like the way that we move, the way that we act, everything that we do is all in scripts that are just like on us, right? But we could potentially let people like have a whole asset pack or package or something that has all the scripts. Yeah, and then we just share them with one another. Like,
oh, that's a good idea.
It might start out as more ad hoc of like, here's my character package, you can import into your project, and then when someone like joins, you just go like spawn this thing and assign them to the controller. But like anticipating and handling that is a lot of question marks. It's a lot of question marks.
Yeah. Pilkey says, I'm super low poly at the moment. I'm a cube with my 2D version as a texture. That's okay though. Do you have that picture of our first models?
Not to hand, I don't think.
Hold on, let me...
It might be at the top of my Twitter. It shouldn't be at the top of my Twitter.
Let me I'm gonna see if I can find it.
No, it's not at the top of my Twitter
because Pilkey, this'll, like... We were the same. Did you start writing a Patreon post with them on it?
I did, yeah.
Then can you grab them from there? Oh, I can see if I can grab...
Sorry, I went to check Discord for a second, and Martina's dropped some really good links just as a reminder that we have to take screenshots in Skyrim, and we have to roll back our special edition. So
Thank you, Martina.
I
Thank
will
you very much.
also be trying to do both of those because fucking Magic Boys.
Magic Boys go to college.
We put so much work into that, and then
Yeah, it's really only waiting on thumbnails. We just gotta make some thumbnails, and that's it. And it's good to go. We just got like 70 thumbnails or something to do. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna send it to you. You ready to receive, Mike?
Where?
In Discord.
I forgot what we're doing.
Well, you'll find out when I send it to you.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh, I remember now. I actually genuinely
Yeah.
forgot.
Yo, check this shit out.
This is how it started.
So this was our first. This is when we first got this working, Pilkey. So don't even worry about it. This is the Bird and the Bear version 1.
This was me going, look, it's totally possible. And I had the little cube bear and he could look around, and the two cubes in the middle here were what our characters were looking at, and it worked. And I got 1 and 2 players working.
Yep. That's it. So don't even worry. If it doesn't look the way you want it to begin with, you'll get there. It don't matter. You can always like adjust the way things look later. It's the same.
Were you even a mod back then? I don't know. But yeah, I said to someone yesterday that complex things are just a lot of simple things done well. That interact with one another. So like rather than trying to rush into I'm gonna build this huge thing, it's like just take each step and do it well. Learn how to do the next thing. One step, next step, next step, next step, and it'll build towards something.
Wood says, I think I got a little ambitious with my character model, and then I sent in a picture of his like fully like rigged, fully realized anime character with all like the polishes on it. You know, you have what you see behind us, and then you have this, which is a little bit more sophisticated. Just a little bit.
For sure.
It looks like he's explaining something. Now listen. It's pronounced GIF. Okay? It's pronounced GIF, Swifty. I don't believe you.
But, you know, you keep building and then suddenly it's this.
Yeah.
With all the bells and whistles.
And then it's your ripped copy of the little Jack from Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah. All right. So you want to be able to run into this space.
Yeah. So if anyone hasn't seen this before, this is the overlay in Doig's Unity window. This is what's happening behind everything. Whoops. Sorry, Kozak. I went to grab. Whoops. Sorry, Barbara. I meant to grab this. Ha ha. Cromwell for Fnac. Wait. Put a low opacity curio on the bottom of the ball pit so you can't tell he's there unless there's no balls in the pit. Oh my gosh. Also, Glim question. Is it important that it takes place during a leap year, February 29th and all that? No. It's not that important. It's actually like it wasn't a mistake, but it was like just a funny thing that happened to happen. And then when I realized it was like that because Doig pointed it out, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, and I just left it like that.
Left like what?
That it takes place on a leap year.
Oh right, yeah.
Because of the number of days in February. That just happened to be the way it was, and then when I figured it out, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, so I left it. I hope I haven't unraveled like a huge mystery in your mind now of what you thought was going on. And you were like, it's all tied to the leap year. It's all tied to the leap year. Uh-oh. We've got a Cromwell from Ben. Ben says India woke up. She was late for her meeting with IDW about her upcoming Sonic project. She jumped into the call with the representative. We've got an exciting new project for you, India. They reveal a book cover. It shows a girl holding a small blue hedgehog. Her shadow extends into a wall of monsters behind her. It was named The Girl and the Sonic. We've decided to cancel your original book and want you to rework it into this. Indy had to decide if Sonic was a better character than the Glim. Amazing. I mean, The Girl and the Sonic does sound like an incredible read. Does he still get to do loops? I guess that's up to me.
Here you go.
Doig, do you remember when the summer annual's coming out for Sonic? The one that...
August, I think.
August!
A lot of stuff's coming out in August for you.
That's the same month as Rise of the TMNT movie.
You gonna write Patreon posts about what you learned on the Rise movie? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I want to write more posts too as well. Rise movie coming out the same day as the Sandman fucking series.
I mean, I can watch both. Woo! I can watch both. From the creators for The Girl and the Glim, the cream and the chow, says Onster.
That's actually really funny because didn't you write a story about cream?
I'm not going to say. I can't.
Can you not say? Can you not say?
I'm not allowed
Can you
to
not
say.
say? Can you not say?
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh.
I may or may not have written a story about cream.
You can say that you wrote a story though.
I can. I did do that. That's true. That's confirmed. Pooh Bear says, I'm using Unity for the first time for my Game Jam project and I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's a lot. It's a lot. But just take it one step at a time and only learn what you need to learn at the very beginning. Don't worry about learning everything or you'll easily overface yourself. Just focus on the next one thing you want to do. It must be stressful using it in a game jam scenario though, because you must then also feel like you're pressured for time. Hey Shadow Ziggy. Yeah, Rise movie, double feature. And the Sandman.
Unity's a lot of simpler things stuck together.
Is this you repurposing a lot of simple things done well?
No.
But trying to... You found your phrase for the day.
That's not my phrase for the... I've been using that. It's a phrase I live by that phrase, alright?
You do indeed feel the pressure. Okay, I hope you're alright. I hope you're alright, Pooh Bear. You got this, you can do it.
I was in a game jam once in a games company and the programmer on our team decided that they were going to use an engine they weren't familiar with at all. Which is very funny. It was the engine that was being built at the company, but they weren't familiar with it at all because they'd be making Java phone games, so they used something else. So they decided to use the company's game engine and they couldn't make anything. And so our game wasn't playable.
Oh no.
I was real mad. I was real mad, okay? Because I did all the assets and stuff, and I was awake for a long time, and I did all the concept art, and it was all good, and it was great. It was a game about saving swimmers from an octopus. You stood on the beach, you dragged your player over, and you could flick your finger to launch little life rings attached to ropes, and then you would have to pull them. You'd have to pull them back, and you had to avoid pulling them back through octopuses.
That sounds pretty fun, actually.
I should make that. I should have made that a long time ago.
Sounds pretty fun. Pilky says programming is like being in a ball pit. Each thing is just a simple ball, but altogether it's a massive pit that can swallow you whole. That's true.
Yeah. When the code breaks, it real breaks.
Inoki says that was a sad story. I didn't like it.
Yeah, our team got the least points. Okay, our team got the least points, so we got the booby prize of a can of beans, but we also got the most points for art.
Well, there you go.
So I think I got like a prize for best art and a prize for worst game. Fucking stupid.
Hey, you did your part.
I did my part of the art, dude.
Pooh Bear says, yeah, my teammates in the same boat, so we're just going to get as much help from our lecturer. That makes sense. Yeah, do it. Take that help where you can find it. I know you said so your team lost, but you won.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna close the overlay rebuild.
Doig puts the me in team.
Build and run. That company was not the
Martina
greatest.
squid for brains and answer say, "Oh, beans."
At like like treating their employees well. Like they stopped doing employee of the month for ages, as far as I could understand, and then they did employee of the month and they gave it to me, and I wasn't an employee. I was a freelance contractor.
Oh, you look at you complaining about getting employee of the month because you're not technically an employee. I would have happily taken that. They sound about as well organized as we are.
It just felt weird. I felt like other people deserved it.
Oh, you felt like people were looking at you like, he's not an employee.
Yeah. That happened at Hardlight as well, where they were introducing everyone who knew who started at the company. And I had started at the company, but I was a freelancer, I wasn't an employee, and they introduced the employees, and then they didn't say that I had joined, and everyone was standing in a room.
So that they had a problem the other way with that. So you had a problem with someone giving you an award and saying you were an employee when you weren't, and you had a problem with someone not saying you're an employee when you weren't.
Well, for context, we're all standing in a room together, everyone at the company, and like we're all standing around the edge of the room, so it's a big circle of everyone looking in. And it was like the CEO giving, news about the company and everything. And then there was like new starts, and they were like, oh, this is this person, they're doing this. And I got super heckin' nervous.
And then they just didn't mention you.
And then they just didn't mention I was in the room.
You should have been like, and I am Batman, and then just run.
During the same meeting, they were giving out these glass award things for like, it was for Sonic Dash. Yeah, it was Sonic Dash had like over a number of downloads or something. And they gave one out to everyone, including me. And I hadn't even worked on the game, so I was like super surprised. So at one point,
you didn't deserve that.
I didn't deserve it.
I did. You didn't.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I shouldn't have. I was like, are you sure I should have this? And then the person was like, oh no, yeah, we won't forget about you. And I was like, but you just literally did forget about me. And then didn't forget about me. I'm confused.
I think they just didn't want you to feel left out, dude.
They
were trying to make you feel good, but they can't win with you.
No.
What is this weird place you worked?
Oh, that.
The one Doig was just talking about was Hardlight, but that was
they were super cool. Like,
that was an amazing place to work.
That was cool. Yeah,
one of the best work environments I've ever been in.
The first story about the Game Jam, not a great company. Hardlight, great company.
Great company.
Yeah. Just to clarify.
Yeah, Hardlight rock, man. Hardlight are awesome. The guys making the Sonic Dash game, the mobile one, they're all really cool, really nice people.
Oh yeah, if you didn't know, Swifties worked for Sega. Worked on the official Sonic game. Yeah, that's Sega. Hardlight.
It is a division of Sega. It's
all of the companies that make Sega games are divisions of Sega.
Okay, it's very far down the family tree, the Sega family tree.
Fair enough.
Don't you think it's interesting how with a family tree, the ones who started the family are at the top of the tree rather than the roots?
Yes.
Because that's not the way that trees work.
That's not the way that trees work.
That's not the way.
You're right.
They
would
grow
grow
upwards.
from a trunk. You're right.
Bakamuto says, yes, that's always annoyed me. You should have the one or two people at the bottom, or whatever the like top bracket is at the bottom.
However,
and then grow upwards.
However, if it was the tree roots, then it works.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you said I always thought it was like the tree roots.
Okay.
So it should be family tree roots.
Oh, you're saying they should rename it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't even need to rename it. That's just how a tree works. Haidoki says, but the top branches get the most light to eat from the sun. They do. They do eat the most light. Light eater. Sounds like a cool name for a game.
Light eater.
Yeah.
Goes and has brunch a bunch of times.
He's just a kid with like a torch in their mouth.
He's a light eater. Having toast and jam. He's a light eater.
Did you used to do that when you were a kid? Stick a torch in your mouth so that your cheeks would glow?
No.
Oh. I know, me either.
I did the thing where you put it over your palm and you can see the light go through your skin.
Haidoki says, taste the sun.
He's a light eater.
For everyone.
Light eater.
Come along.
Brunch taker.
Have some sun.
Break it down with a rap now.
Torch is a different thing in the US. Really? Oh, is a torch only fire in the US? Oh yeah, you guys say flashlight, right? So are you getting rid of this invisible wall?
I was saying we could break it down to a rap, but you were like...
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, really? Oh,
I was reading chat and wondering about the invisible wall.
It's over here.
Is it gone? I got stuck on something. I don't seem to be stuck on it now. Oh! What is that? What is that?
What's what?
Don't you see?
I don't see nothing.
Look, right there.
Where?
I just shown you like 5 times.
I don't see anything.
Wait, it's not doing it now. You guys all saw that, right?
Are you sure you just didn't get stuck against me?
Yeah, there. Did you see it? You little fucking run. We can go over here now. I like it. I'm up against the wall. Yeah. Rad. Oh.
But this is what happens now. This is what I was preventing.
Can you do back face culling?
No.
Okay.
This is what I was trying to prevent.
All right. I was just wondering. Bye, Martina.
No, it's broken.
It's not broken. It's just in need of us adjusting a few things.
Martina's so big now.
Oh, BMO sent in an image. Hold on. Yeah, BMO received that copy.
Grab it.
Oh, amazing. Thanks so much. I really hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for picking it up, BMO. You're the best, dude.
This is better? This is kind of good. I like this. Hello.
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 Hello. Come back.
I'll come back. Hello.
So yeah, this is normally how fixes go. We try to fix something, and then the fix we do ends up breaking everything even more.
It's only broken if we go too far. And we do this camera.
Forbidden carpet can't stop us anymore.
I could just remove this wall. You could. You did that last time. But then it's kind of nice when we pan the camera around the other way for people to be able to see the wall. Like, that could be our art wall, and we could do a thing where you can actually look at it. Yeah.
Rather than trying to cram all the artwork in that corner, we could just festoon it all over that wall.
Yeah.
And then we could, like, flip around to look at it when we want.
Yeah, we could have a whole thing where, like, the camera actually goes from here, and then when we walk over here, it moves over here.
Yeah. Oh. Do you think this is a load-bearing wall?
Actually, it's suspended out over air right now. So it's kind of a...
Uh-oh.
It's kind of not a load-bearing wall because there's nothing to bear under it. It's an unloaded bearing wall.
Look, now it's a load-bearing wall. Ha. Because you're a bear.
Yeah, I got it.
Ah! Ah! Oh. How did this happen? Can I walk? Oh.
I think you're just floating.
I'm just floating. That seems normal. I'm good.
Where are you getting stuck on there?
I don't know. I'll get stuck in something here too. It's weird. Don't know what it is though.
I can't seem to like.
These jokes are unbearable.
Did I fix the table thing now?
What do you mean? Do you fix it?
Well, the table's not being all janky.
It's not jiggling anymore.
Is that? Oh, did you jiggle it? You trashing it?
Yeah. Stupid table. I bounced off it. It's fine. It seems structurally sound. I tested it.
So what happens if we do this?
Oh.
And we have this camera. How does this feel?
Whoa. Plushies coming sometime. Yeah, we'd love to have plushies. We were hoping to work with Mateship on them, but Mateship got too many other people to work with. So they said that they couldn't work with us until next year.
They didn't reply to us for like a couple of weeks, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my laptop was off." It's like,
Hey, don't you do any call outs. Don't you do any call outs. But we should get in contact with them again. Just to be like, hey, you mentioned working together next year. We should maybe ask if we can be like put on the wait list. Because I have a feeling that if they're getting super popular right now and we go to them next year and we're like, hey, you said last year that this year maybe you'd have time to work with us. They'll be like, oh, sorry, we've booked up again for this year.
Yeah, don't wait.
Yeah, we should be like, oh, you know, we are still want to work with you. So like, please put us in the queue. Maybe they're not interested anymore because we're not that big. We don't have that many people following.
We're bigger now than we were when they first contacted us.
That's true.
Big right now.
That's true. We are a little bigger, but we're still not like, you know, we're no Point Crow or anything. Yeah, Makeshift get a lot of people. Yeah, I figured. They did say they had a lot of people. And like, good for them. I'm really happy that their business is blowing up and it's awesome. I just hope we get the opportunity to work with them. I'll ping them again and be like, hey, can we maybe like, I don't know, just make it official that maybe next year we can do something together.
Pilky says, well, we've booked up to, and throws Glim at them. Yeah, I was really hoping. I messaged them hoping they could make a Glim and Glum plush to coincide with the book release, like 3 or 4 months ago. But since they were too busy to take on doing us, they were obviously too busy to also take on doing that instead. But that would have been really neat to have like a campaign start the day of the release for plushes. Yeah. Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. Well, hopefully. I'll try. I'll ask them again. See if they're interested. Oh yeah, in fact I should shout out. We follow someone called Dina Norland, who's a really, really cool comic book artist and a really, really cool illustrator who also happens to be on YouTube. And she got a makeshift plush of her comic book character called the Snow Prince. And it's a really gorgeous design. It's a really cute character and her book's amazing. And I just really recommend that you all check her out. Like, she's a friend and an awesome creator and her stuff is incredible. And I think you'll really, really like it. It's beautifully drawn. Thank you so much, Martina, for the link. Thank you. So if you're looking for someone who does have a plush available, then I think she does. I don't know if her makeshift campaign is finished, but we saw the plush. Her plush is super cute. Her book is amazing, and she's really just really cool stuff on YouTube if you're interested.
10k seems so imposing and far for you. You'll get there. You'll get, like, we didn't start with 10k. We built this up slowly over time. Very slowly over time.
Yeah, it's taken over 2 years for us.
Mm-hmm. And we've been on YouTube for like
5 or 6.
5 or 6 years now, and that's like just over 10,000.
That it's at 26,000.
This is just over 25,000. You see, I'm stuck in the memory of it being just over 10,000. I'm stuck in the memory of it being like it's over 9,000.
Yeah, you put up that Sonic thing, and it was like.
Oh, is that what did it?
Yeah.
Look, there it is.
It's a long boy.
This is a Snowcat plush. Look how cute this is. It's in the overlay now. Doig, watch out. It's gonna belly flop you.
Ride it.
Can you ride it?
Here I go.
I wish you could freeze in the air. That'd be great.
I used to be able to.
Look, isn't it beautiful? It's so cute.
Hang on.
Like, the quality makes it make a really nice.
Here
Like,
we go.
the quality for that is beautiful. Perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. I was trying to get in the right position for you, but I can't.
Okay.
Let's put them on the sofa. There they are. Perfect. Nice. So yeah. If they're still available, you might be able to get one. And the book's wonderful, so definitely big recommend.
Yeah, I can't get the transparency to work on the canvas, but I can get it to work when it goes as a sprite on there.
Wait, Rio says, all right, been up almost 2 hours past my bedtime. Thank you for the warm welcome of the cozy chaos. You're welcome. And also, did you not? I think I remember you put a Prime sub in, didn't you? Did we just miss it?
And they got a sandwich.
Heck yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. I'm sorry we missed it till now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you want to do anything about the about Sparrow and Kuma? Add jelly kits?
Yeah, okay. I might make their own model for it.
You're not gonna use the Jelly-cat model?
I know.
How come? You're gonna make him smaller?
Yeah.
You
Just want to make it, you know? Like, I don't want to have to go and file search and find.
Are you gonna make him Jelly-cats?
I'll make them something.
What are you gonna make him?
Little cubes.
Cubes?
Yeah.
Why cubes?
Little round cubes.
That's two opposites.
I know, I'll show you.
Okay. I'll see what your vision is, and then I'll judge it.
I see.
Judge it from on high.
Do you want your screen shared or anything?
No. I'll just heckle you.
You just
I mean, support you.
Right, okay. This was the scene for the trailer. Yay.
Look at the way it all got set up. I really like the way you did that. Look how flat Midge is. She's so flat.
She's so flat.
She's so flat.
Yeah. So it's done.
I can't believe you have actual grass that we never get to see.
You see a little bit, but yeah. Actual grass. Pretty good. She's a smidge.
It's pretty good. Mostly want to do another animation from the side so you can just insert it in there with the grass.
But then I have to pay more tornado, but we can do it for sure. Yeah, and then
Judge first, see vision afterwards.
Each of the cloud layers is like this, just so that it doesn't feel like you're going past a flat surface. Yeah.
Kuma's being all snuggly.
Ta-da!
Next to us, so cute.
Save for new general.
Oh yeah, also, I should make sure I say, hey, I'm doing a little interview later on today for anyone who's interested. So, the evening for me, of the 8th, but probably more like the afternoon or morning to a lot of you guys. Yeah, I'm doing an interview with Toon Boom in the Toon Boom ATE festival. So it'll be me and the Bird Brain. I'm just gonna be chatting to her about stuff. So if you're interested, then please feel free to tune in. I should get you guys an event link or something, but you know. Oh, we got a chromo from BMC, the GX Squid. Hello, Mrs. Bird the Pouting. Hello, Mr. GX Squid. I don't know why I'm assuming you're a mister. You might not be.
I don't think it's on Twitch, Pabro. I think they're doing this whole ATE event, so you have to like sign up for it. I'll see if let's see if there's one specifically for
You sure do got to actually sign up for it.
ATE.
Oh, this is it, yeah. Whoa, her hair's amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's incredible.
Oh, Porky! Thank you, Porky.
Thank you so much, Porky.
Porky did a quote retweet. So
Aw.
please get this book. It's such a fun read. The animation done in stream by Michael Doig and Old Swifty was amazing to watch too.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Retweet. Retweet everyone. Retweet everyone all of the time.
This is what I'd look like with that hair.
Sorry, I don't have... let's see... Register your seat today.
Day 3.
So you're at 2:30, whatever time zone this is.
There we go. 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. at a time zone.
You're between Harmony and Anime and the Hilda panel.
Oh my gosh, the Hilda panel's after me.
The Hilda panel.
That's scary.
There you are.
There I am.
You're right next to David.
Look, it's David and I. It's David and I. There we are. Look, there's Renee.
Renee, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think you just have to register your seat, I guess.
Mhm.
Register your seat today.
So if you want to hear me talk more, I can't promise any wisdom or insights. It's probably just going to be a relaxing, chill time.
Oh, there you go. Register for a session. Live art stream with India Swift. There you go.
I hope they're not expecting me to draw anything good.
Let's see what it says. In this art stream, India Swift does a live drawing using Harmony Premium and gives tips that will help you make your drawing more dynamic. India incorporates real-time feedback from the chat into her animation process and answers questions. Did you know that? Did you know any of that? You should download the latest Harmony for this.
I don't have it.
I know.
I'm working on Harmony 12.
You should probably get the latest one though, dude.
I don't have it though.
They're gonna give you a code, right?
No, they gave me a code for storyboard.
Use that then.
But it says Harmony Premiums. I guess I have to buy a Harmony Premium for a month.
No.
I mean, they say that I'm doing it in Harmony, so it's going to be unfair for people who have booked a seat if they've booked it based on wanting to learn Harmony.
It's
and
the
then
same
I'm not...
drawing engine.
No. I can't. Otherwise, people will come and be like, "Oh, I don't have storyboard."
Okay, that's fair. Just let them know.
I'm meant to be giving tips that make your drawings more dynamic. I thought that me and Z were just going to be shooting the shit.
You thought you were just gonna drop file, didn't you?
Am I meant to be animating something?
This is how busy we've been.
I mean, to be fair, in the email, all they said was, "Here are some questions that we'll ask you," and I figured that Z and I would just be on a draw pile, and okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is fine. I've got 9 hours.
Look at this countdown. To death.
This is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. I have 9 hours. I can I can download the software and think of something to do.
I shouldn't laugh as much as I am, but this is actually genuinely funny to me. I feel for you though, dude. Shush, it's gonna be okay. You're awesome. Just animate Girl in the Glim something. If you still had scenes that you could ink for the trailer, you could have done it today. You could have just been inking something. do the next scene that you have.
I don't.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Jenny, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'll do the next scene I have.
Maybe, or whatever. You could do whatever. That was just a suggestion. It is broken.
Oh no. This is more than I thought it was gonna be. I hate that countdown. Well, it's gonna be a thing. Okay. How's this sound? Does a live drawing using Harmony Premium and gives tips that help you make your drawings more dynamic. Incorporates real-time feedback from the chat into our animation process.
Yeah. There you go. There's a link for everyone to get on.
No, nobody come! No, I don't know what I'm doing! Nobody come! I'm joking. It'll be fine. Okay. How does this sound like it fits the brief, okay?
Okay.
I got scene 7 that I need to do for Girl in the Glim trailer.
Yeah.
What if I bring in the storyboard for that and I start doing some roughs on that?
Yeah.
That's going to include dynamic posing, right?
Yeah.
And through me and Z chatting, we'll probably end up talking about some of the things that I like to do with the posing that make it more dynamic.
Yeah.
And then I can incorporate the real-time feedback from the chat into my animation process by just animating while the chat's going, answering questions or showing things or whatever.
Yeah. Plus, you'll be animating something from Girl in the Glim, so naturally you'll talk about what the scene is from.
Yeah.
Which you can tell people that it's about the book.
Is that... How does that sound? Do you think that sounds okay?
Double plus thumbs up for me, dude.
Okay. I just need to download Harmony. I need to buy Harmony for a month so I can do this.
Don't get the trial. Get a trial.
I can't. I've used all my trials.
But there's a new version.
Does each new version have a new trial? Because I thought you just got Essentials, Advanced, and Premium trials, and I've used all of them.
I don't know.
I've used all of them. I hope it all goes. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Ask the organizers for a code. That's very good. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Dude, it's fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not worried.
You look a little worried.
No, I'm not.
You look a little bit.
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, this is how I look when I'm happy.
You want to see me when I'm happy?
Yeah. That's not a happy face. It's not a happy face. Listen, I'll do some Glim animation and it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like, Glim animation is suitable for it not only because the book's out, but because drawing Midge is kind of my comfort zone. So, hopefully it won't feel like too much pressure to do that.
I've done absolutely nothing on this stream yet so far.
It's fine, and you might get free software from it. I do. As part of me doing it, they said that I could choose a year license for a piece of software. So I chose Storyboard.
Which is great because that's what you use professionally, but not what they want you to use on this. It's funny. It's really funny.
I was like, I could choose harmony or I could choose storyboard. Which should I choose? Anyway, it'll figure itself out.
Yeah.
Jelly kits.
Jelly kits.
Jelly-cle cats are rather small. Jelly-cle cats are
Look.
black and white.
It's a rounded cube.
Okay, I see. It reminds me of one of those, do you know those little sweets that you used to get?
Yeah.
Where they're like different colours and they're little rounded cubes like that, and they have like white in the middle, but like a little shell on the outside.
Yeah.
But that was nice as Indy, you made my day, thank you. Have I made it by being incompetent? It'll be fine. Dolly mix! Dolly mix! That's it! You got it! That's it, Dolly mix! That is exactly what I was thinking. Legit question via Chrome Elf and Ionoki. Why do we call her Midge when that's the name that Joe gave her to be mean? How can I say this without spoiling things?
She embraces the name.
Yeah, it ends up being something that actually like brings a kind of strength and happiness as the story goes on. And because I've had the whole story planned out for like 5 years now, I'm just used to calling her what her nickname becomes, you know?
Confuses IDW to no end.
It does. They keep calling her Bridget, and I keep having to make myself call her Bridget, but it feels unnatural for me because I'm so used to thinking of her as the name that she eventually comes to like. You did read the book. That's awesome. This is something that's meant to happen like over time. So by the time you get to like book 3, Midge should start to feel more natural.
It's just what people start calling her. Like, it sticks. I
It
guess.
sticks. And at the beginning, she doesn't like that it sticks. But as the story goes on, the context for it in her mind changes.
Aranoki says, I want more. I did read the book. I want more now.
Oh,
no
thank
pressure,
you.
but more, please.
I'm so glad that you liked it, Aranoki. Thank you so much. And thanks for picking up. And thanks for showing us it on a shelf.
That was the coolest.
That was so cool. We saw it. I think we saw it super late last night. We were basically dying at that point. So there were a couple of cool things that we saw last night that I just didn't have energy to like respond to because we just finished. But I think that's when we saw that and we were like, oh my gosh, it's on a shelf. It's on a shelf.
Can I say what about the email that we got from the person?
I mean, I think so.
That's right.
I think like because it's a like endearing thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, you got push-ups.
We got an email, no text, just picture of the book, someone holding it, and it was from Brent Lilly.
So for people who don't know, that's the manager of Game Grumps. And we get in contact with him every now and then to do projects for him. So like we're kind of friendly with each other.
Yeah, we've met him. But it's just the title of the email is just, is this you?
We guess he must have ordered the book without realizing we actually made it. And now he's like, wait, I know these guys. He probably found it through us tweeting about it too. And he was just like, oh, they're tweeting about a book they like.
Yeah.
Yeah, a genuine buyer.
Can't tell if he's being funny or not because there's no context to it. It's just like, is this you?
So tempted to just send him the Wheeze emote back. Doig, look, you got push-ups.
I don't want push-ups. I'm busy making an ear.
Well, you gotta do them though because we have them as redeems, and they got redeemed.
Fuck.
It's the law. It's the stream law.
New book, this you?
Yeah, new book. This you?
I'm not beholden to.
I like the ear. You need one on the other side.
I'm gonna do one on the other side.
This is what happens when I don't have anything to do. I just heckled Doig. I just wind him up for my own amusement. Are you gonna make it black and white?
I'm gonna make you black and white.
I shouldn't. If I'm mean to you, then karma might strike me. And then later on today, I might have a bad time at the Toon Boom panel. I don't want no karma.
You don't want no karma.
Oh, I got sit-ups. You know what? That's fine. The devil makes work for idle hands.
Can you do my push-ups for me?
I could try.
Our cats are being so good. They sleepy.
Okay, one sec. I'll be back. I'm gonna do some sit-ups.
I gotta get their ears like what their ears are. So I think they're actually more like this. Oh, she's scrumbly. Oh, I love my scrumbly cats. Guys, our cats are so, their temperament is so good. They said good morning to India. Hello, man. They're so friendly and patient with us. They don't scream, they don't yell. They're so scrumbly. Like when they want pet, they're so like obvious about it. The only time they make any kind of like meow, yowl, or any, not yowl sounds, but like anytime they make like actual like meeps is three scenarios. One, they know they're getting fed, so they meow because they're excited about their food. Two, Sparrow meeps when she wants pet, so she'll just like wrap herself around your foot and be like meow meow meow. And three is when they're pooping and they're signaling like, don't attack me, I'm pooping. That's it. Rest of the time they're super quiet. Oh, it's Grumbly Boy. I wonder, is she sitting? Oh, I might be able to show you guys then if they're on the tower. I'm gonna put the camera up here. They probably won't stay here if you move, but I got the camera pointed at them, I hope. I love them though. Every day I love my kitties even more. They've gone. You might get a glimpse of Kuma if he stays sitting there. But Sparrow's on the chair next to me now. There's a kitten. There he is. Look how big he getting. Look how big he is now. Kuma butt. Look at that dapper man. Dapper champ. India arm. Aww. They're getting so big. Aww. You attack the paper. But for real. Yeah. Look at him. Look at his little dapper like his little face.
Oh, it's gonna be alright.
Kuma and I have started playing hide and seek with one another, and he'll come find me, and it's the cutest, adorable fucking thing ever.
He hunts you, yeah.
Yeah. Like if I hide behind something, he'll like try and find where I've gone.
They're just an absolute delight. Swift does 5 burpees. Oh my gosh, you guys are so mean. I'm gonna have to go into the other room to do those because I think if I jump around, I might accidentally hit a cat.
Just save it for later.
Okay. Your burpees have been registered and will be done. Thank you for keeping me healthy and alive. Thank you for not having me just sit at a desk all day, every day. haven't actually stretched myself out. Lies detected. I'll do it. I'll do it straight after the stream, I promise. Like, I was all prepared to do it right now. I just have to go into the living room to do it.
Little butt, little man.
Little man, little butt.
Oh, he gone.
He's gone.
He gone. Sorry, guys.
Just a deserted cat tree left now.
Maybe they'll come here.
It was so cute when Doig was working on the clips yesterday, because he was he was working. There was just like little paws coming underneath his Cintiq and swiping and batting at his hands.
Yeah. They like to go for my Wacom pen or my mouse.
Oh, it's nearly 10, by the way.
Oh well, then we gotta go.
You might actually have to leave and do your meeting.
Yeah, I gotta go.
But I like your beginning of cat.
Thank you.
Cat begins. The kitten begins. They were always beside you, Sparrow and Kuma. And their blood face to guide you. All right. Oh yeah, we're reading Picori Mio. What's more, Picori Mio got a book. So thank you so much, Picori Mio, for buying our book and supporting us.
Super cool.
Thank you, and thanks for relaxing with us on this somewhat just chatty stream. We didn't do much art today.
I did.
But we're pooped.
Look, this is how you 3D model.
Javier said I just ordered a new book, Andrew. I'm so pumped. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's right. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much, and we hope you have a wonderful day, and may the rest
Of your day.
be filled
With
adventure. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You go prepare. See you, everyone.